Good day, everyone. I'm Karen Dubin from Sweet Institute, and I have been reading with you Carl Rogers on Becoming a Person, and we are on the bottom of page 111, the experiencing of feeling, and we're going to continue on from there and go to the bottom of page 113, where it says the discovery of self in experience. There's some dialogue in here, so I'm going to be doing dual dialogue as well today, and so here we go. The experiencing of feeling. I would like to say something more about this experiencing of feeling. It is really the discovery of unknown elements of self. The phenomenon I am trying to describe is something in which I think is quite difficult to get across in any meaningful way. In our daily lives, there are 1,001 reasons for not letting ourselves experience our attitudes fully. Reasons from our past and from the present, reasons that reside within social situation. It seems too dangerous, too potentially damaging to experience them freely and fully. But in the safety and freedom of the therapeutic relationship, they can be experienced fully, clear to the limit of what they are. They can be and are experienced in a fashion that I like to think of as pure culture. So that for a moment, the person is his fear or his anger, or he is his tenderness or whatever. Perhaps again, I can clarify this by giving an example from a client which will indicate and convey something of what I mean. A young man, a graduate student who is deep in therapy, has been puzzling over a vague feeling which he senses in himself. He gradually identifies it as a frightened feeling of some kind, a fear of failing, a fear of not getting his PhD. Then comes a long pause. From this point on, we will let the recorded interview speak for itself. Client. I was kind of letting it seep through, but I also tied it in with you and with my relationship with you. And that's one thing I feel. It is kind of a fear of it going away, or that's another thing. It's so hard to get hold of. There's kind of two pulling feelings about it, or two me's somehow. One is a scared one that wants to hold on to things, and that one I guess I can feel pretty clearly right now. You know, I kind of need things to hold on to, and I feel kind of scared. Therapist. This is something you can feel right this minute and have been feeling and perhaps are feeling in regard to our relationship too. Won't you let me have this? Because, you know, I kind of need it. I can be so lonely and scared without it. Let me hang on to this because I'd be terribly scared if I didn't. Let me hold on to it. Client, it's kind of the same thing. Won't you let me have my thesis or my PhD? So then, because I kind of need that little world. I mean, therapist, in both instances, it's kind of a pleasing thing too, isn't it? Let me have this because I need it badly. I'd be awfully frightened without it. Client, I get a sense of I can somehow get much further. It's this kind of pleading little boy, somehow even, what's this gesture of begging, putting his hands together as if in prayer? Isn't it funny? Because that therapist, you put your hands in sort of supplication. Client, yeah, that's right. Won't you do this for me, kinda? Oh, that's terrible. Who, me? Beg? Perhaps this excerpt will convey a bit of a thing I have been talking about, the experiencing of a feeling all the way to the limit. Here he is for a moment experiencing himself as nothing but a pleading little boy, supplicating, begging, dependent. At that moment, he is nothing but his pleadingness all the way through. To be sure, he almost immediately backs away from this experiencing by saying, who, me? Beg? But it has left its mark. As he says a moment later, it's such a wondrous thing to have these new things come out of me. It amazes me so much each time. And then again, there's that same feeling, kind of feeling scared that I have so much of this, that that I'm keeping back or something. He realizes that this has bubbled through and that for a moment he is his dependency in a way which astonishes him. It is not only dependency that is experienced in this all out of kind of fashion, it may be hurt or sorrow or jealousy or destructive anger or deep desire or confidence and pride or sensitive tenderness or outgoing love. It may be any of the emotions of which man is capable. What I have gradually learned from experience such as this is that the individual in such a moment is coming to be what he is. When a person has throughout therapy experienced in this fashion all the emotions which can organismically arise in him and has experienced them in his knowing and open manner, then he has experienced himself in all the riches that exists within him. He has become what he is. An end of reading for today. And so next time we'll start off on the bottom of page 113 with the discovery of self and experience. Have a wonderful rest of your day.